HorizonTV, the beacon for the nation.
This program is suitable for general viewing.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Horizon TV. This is the Muslim Insight, the show that brings you your weekly news recap as well as the review of today's Friday Bulletin. My name is Nadia Osman and my sign language interpreter is Ilhan Noor. Before we give you the news for the week, first we want to give you the headlines.
Lengo kuu ni kufikisha ujumbe sahihi, kueleza watu Uislamu ni kitu gani.
Jamia Open Day. Jamia Mosque, Nairobi to hold its 5th Open Day for people of all faiths tomorrow.
Our youth today, you have so much concerns, you have so many issues that are burning and you don't know who to speak to about them. So we need forums like this where you can share with us the real issues you're facing.
Interacting with opposite gender. Youth engage in creative ideas through painting to learn ways of interacting with the opposite gender.
So many students select courses for which they are not inclined to, and therefore they get frustrated halfway through the course.
Career awareness. 2022 Form 4 graduates urged to choose career wisely during a career awareness and sensitization forum.
Now on our top story, Jamia Mosque in Nairobi is set to hold its 5th Open Day event in an effort to foster a deeper understanding of Islam and improve relations between Muslims and people of other faiths. The Open Day, which is coordinated by the Jamia Dawah Department, is scheduled to be held tomorrow, June 3rd, 2023 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Jamia Mosque Nairobi Dawah Officer Sheikh Ratib Abdunur said the Open Day is a way of building bridges towards understanding Islam.
The event is part of Jamia Mosque Nairobi's efforts to promote interfaith dialogue and understanding.
Lengo kuu ni kufikisha ujumbe sahihi, kueleza watu Uislamu ni kitu gani na Muislamu ana imani aina gani, Waislamu wanafaa kuwa na maadili sampuli ipi. Hiyo ndio lengo kuu la kutoa fursa hii kwa wale wasiokuwa Waislamu waweze kuja kutembelea msikiti wetu wa Jamia Mosque Nairobi. Maana kuna wengi ambao tunajua hawajaipata nafasi kama hii ya kuweza kuzunguka ndani ya msikiti wapate kujua kuna nini, kunaendelea nini ndani ya msikiti.
According to Sheikh Ratib Abdunur, the Dawah officer Jamia Mosque Nairobi, said the mosque has a long history of welcoming visitors from all faiths, and the Open Day is a way to share the beauty and richness of Islam with a wider audience.
Tunakaribisha nyote, njooni mtembelee msikiti wetu, na kuna mengi ambayo mtakuwa yenye kujionea kwa macho yenu nyinyi wenyewe pasina kukaa kusikiliza Waislamu ni hivyo, Waislamu kadha, Waislamu kadha. Njoo upate maoni ama mafundisho sahihi ya dini ya Uislamu.
The event will provide visitors with a chance to learn about Islam, observe live prayers, and ask questions about Islam from the Muslim scholars.
Waislamu popote walipo nchini Kenya, tujaribu kuiga mtindo huu ya kwamba wale wenzetu wasiokuwa Waislamu tuwapatie fursa ya kuweza kuja na kuingia ndani ya msikiti wapate kuona. Bali si Jamia Mosque peke yake ambao tumefanya shughuli kama hii. Baada ya kufanya mwaka wa kwanza, wa pili na wa tatu, kuna msikiti Masjid Salam wakashika mtindo huu. Waliwahi kufanya pia Masjid Salam hapa South Sea jijini Nairobi. Na pia wale ambao wana matarajio ya kufanya sherehe kama hii ni msikiti wa Masjid Alamin. Bali hao wote ambao nawataja huwa tunashirikiana nao kwa njia moja au nyingine. Na tunahimiza ya kwamba isiwe tu ni Jamia Mosque peke yake wanaofanya shughuli kama hii.
The Jamia Mosque Open Day stands as a testament to the commitment of the Muslim community to promote interfaith harmony and build bridges of understanding.
Na kwa namna miaka zinavyozidi kusonga, kunakuwa na hamu kubwa ya watu. Bali tulipofanya mwaka wa 2018 na 2019, ikaja ombi kwamba tuifanye hata kama mara 4 au 5 kwa mwaka. Insha Allah mwaka huu tunafanya Open Day tarehe 3 mwezi wa June, itakuwa Jumamosi, na tuwakaribisha nyote. Na tutarajia kuwa na sherehe nyingine kama hii tunapoelekea mwishoni wa mwaka, mwezi wa Novemba. Tarehe tukikubaliana tutakuwa ni wenye kuwajuza pia itakuwa tarehe ipi.
By opening its doors to people of all backgrounds, the mosque hopes to foster a spirit of inclusivity, acceptance, and respect among individuals of different faiths. Reporting for Muslim Insight, my name is Mariam Musa.
Thank you for that report, Mariam. Now, in an effort to promote understanding and adherence to Islamic principles, Halal Eventbrite held its 4th edition of Coffee, Paints and Pottery at the Gigiri Tomoko Coffee Africa in Nairobi. The event focused on the etiquettes of interacting with the opposite gender according to Islamic principles. The event provided an opportunity for the youth to engage in creative ideas through painting, drawing and pottery. The activities were meant to allow the participants to explore their talents while engaging in conversations about Islamic values and principles relating to interaction between the opposite gender.
Speaking at the event, Sheikh Abdurrahman Isaac said the event's aim was to educate the youth on the significance of adhering to the principles of Islam while fostering healthy relationships with their colleagues.
There's a lot of Muslims who also give a wrong understanding and impression of Islam. Okay, so find for those people who represent Islam well and give good answers to the ideological challenges and philosophical questions there out. But always understand, Islam will always prove itself morally superior again and again.
The youth have been encouraged to take the advantage of organizations that are taking proactive steps to guide and educate them on matters of culture and religious values.
Our youth today, you have so much concerns, you have so many issues that are burning and you don't know who to speak to about them. So we need forums like this where you can share with us the real issues you're facing, whether it's at campus, whether it's at school, whether it's at the workplace. All the energy that you have, there's a time and place for that energy. Right now is your time to make the most of that energy and put it in things that are going to benefit you. The sports, the activities, the exciting stuff that you can do right now. Postpone the things that are for later.
They expressed their gratitude for the opportunity to engage in open discussion and learn from Islamic scholars, with many saying the event provided them with a better understanding of how to navigate social interaction in a manner consistent with their faith.
Maintain a circle of healthy religious friends, even if it is just one. And speak out. Come to us. You might be thinking that as imams, maybe we do not love you, we hate you, we might pass out a judgment against you. Wallahi, we don't do any of that. We are all in the same generation, in the same society, in the same environment. We also have the same problems. We struggle from the same type of pressures. We are also humans. We're not angelic at the end of the day. So understand that the best thing to know that you know is to know that you do not know.
The event was seen as a way of bringing a lasting solution to the participants and equipping them with the knowledge and skills to navigate in this ever-changing community.
Why we came up with this event, first of all, is to strengthen our friendship amongst each other. And since I've known these people for quite some time, we date back to 2019. We met during community service at mosques. So we decided to do this just to grow as individuals ourselves and also to strengthen the community at large.
Respect is the foundation of any successful interaction. For you to be respected, you have to respect the opposite gender so that you can be respected too. This is among the lessons that these youthful here have learned today. Reporting for Muslim Insight, my name is Abdurrahman Gaddafi Yassin.
Thank you for that beautiful report, Gaddafi. Now moving on, Islamic Development Bank Graduates Association of Kenya, in collaboration with Jamia Mosque Nairobi and Nairobi Muslim Students Association, held a career awareness and sensitization forum at Jamia Mosque Nairobi Multipurpose Hall for the 2022 Form 4 graduates, aimed at providing graduates with an information on the different career options available to them, as well as the skills and knowledge they need to succeed in their chosen field. The initiative was aimed at providing insights and essential resources to help the students make informed decisions about their future careers.
The Career Awareness and Sensitization Forum was aimed to encourage students to explore their curiosities and possibilities.
Why we decided to do this program was we realized we have a lot of challenges with our students at the universities. Primary challenge is many students select courses for which they are not inclined to, and therefore they get frustrated halfway through the course and they end up not performing very well. So we're trying to tap into their skills and where their best interests lies, so that we can align them to which courses would be more inclined to their liking. And also we look at their cluster points and we advise them which university offers what course and what are the subject combinations that are required.
The forum was perfect platform for students and graduates to seek guidance and making the right decision on their career path.
This forum actually helped me realize some things I haven't realized. For a long time, I've been confused actually of the course that I wanted to take until this moment. Until when I came here, I have at least an idea of what I will do. Yeah.
For me, being here today, I actually was back here in 2020 by some other organizers, but they were still talking about courses and university placement. So that really helped me back then. I understood what I wanted to do, and I can say that it played a really big role in my career right now.
The event comes at a time when bright students are having tendency of making wrong decision without understanding the full extent of the course they want to do.
For most of them who are confused about what to take, they should know that they are not alone, and they have their elder brothers and sisters like us who are willing to help.
It provided a platform where the graduates gain exposure to diverse career paths, acquire crucial insights about industry trends, and learn about emerging job sectors.
From today's talk, I have learned that risk is all from Allah, and in most cases when we choose a course, we tend to look at the fact if it is marketable or not marketable. I have learned that in whatever course that I'll take, inshallah, Allah will open my doors. It doesn't matter whether it's marketable or not.
It has been a great session. We have seen numerous and various students coming from different areas in Nairobi, and they are here to learn. So I believe that this, at the end of the day, will have a great impact in their lives, and especially when choosing the right course that they need to study at the university.
This program is that I should follow my passion, my heart, and what I'm interested in, than following what your parents and stuff, other people in the community, especially your family, what they really want you to do.
Reporting for Muslim Insight, my name is Kasim Mustafa.
Thank you for that, Mustafa Kasim. Now, Marcus Abrar, a madrasa in Munkoe, Lamu County, which offers religious education to local children from less fortunate families, is appealing for well-wishers to help in construction and completion of classrooms. In 2020, Horizon TV highlighted the story of Marcus Abrar, bringing attention to the centre's need for new classrooms. The centre received donations from individuals who helped construct a few classrooms, but due to the high number of students, the space is now limited. The new classrooms will also provide a more conducive learning environment for madrasa students.
Tunashukuru kwamba miaka za nyuma kama miaka mitatu au minne tulitangazwa na station yetu ya Kiislamu Horizon kuhusu hali yetu ya markaz, na alhamdulillah tukapata nguvu kiasi fulani, na tunaendelea wasomesha watoto. Pale markaz tunawachukua watoto ambao hali zao ni dhaifu. Kwa sasa tunatamani kuwaweka mayatima, lakini bado hatujawaweka. Sasa tunachukua watoto ambao ni majirani pale, tukikosa chakula wanaenda kutafuta chakula pale nyumbani kwao. Na hawa watoto ambao tuko nao pia hatuwalipishi chochote, kwa sababu hali ya umaskini ya wazazi wao hairuhusu sisi kuwaitisha hata shilingi moja, kwa sababu hali yao ni ngumu. Hata kununua ile juzuu peke yake inakuwa ni uzito. Hasa tunategemea tu wale wahisani, marafiki ambao wameridhika na kazi yetu, ndio ambao wanaojitolea kutusaidia unga, sukari, mchele, mafuta, wale marafiki tu. Lakini wale wanafunzi tulionao pale hatuwaitishi kitu chochote, na kutaka kuijenga mji wetu wa Mokoe ili ipate kuinuka na jamii ya Kiislamu ipate kuinuka katika upande wa kupata elimu ya dini na elimu ya dunia. Tunashukuru sana kwamba tumepiga hatua, lakini changamoto ambayo bado tunakabiliana nayo ni taa. Sehemu ambayo sisi tuko sehemu ya Mokoe, Kilimani, nje ya mji, hatuna taa katika sehemu hiyo. Lakini stima haiko mbali, iko karibu na sisi. Tumekosa pesa takriban 300,000 kwa sababu inatakikana vigingi vya stima kama 4 namna hii, ili stima iweze kufika katika markazi Abrari, watoto wapate kusoma usiku. Sasa tatizo kubwa, tunapata shida ya taa, na vitu vya watoto kutumia bado hatujaweza kukamilika, kama godoro, neti na vitu zingine ambazo matumizi ya watoto ili wapate kusaidika na ili senta ya markaz Abrari. Tunamuomba yoyote ambaye yuko tayari kuwasiliana na markaz ama kuitembelea markaz al-Abrari, basi tunamkaribisha kwa wakati wowote.
Thank you for that. Now, in the 21st century, technology continues to play an important role in our daily lives, and education is no exception. In fact, technology has greatly changed education. Mlugha is a multilingual education app for rural communities in Kenya that offers early childhood learning content in 19 local languages. This is a new era in education that is developing very quickly, with many schools in rural areas in Kenya increasingly adopting this new technology. Abdinoor Ali Mahdi, a telecom engineer and founder of Mlugha, said in an interview with Horizon TV, the majority of the work being done manually will cease, citing that artificial intelligence is the future that needs to be embraced.
As you know, the whole world is going digital. And actually, the most recent research states that 40% of the future jobs will be disrupted by artificial intelligence, and which means most of the jobs that we know right now may be automated or will be automated automatically due to the technology stuff. So we realized the earlier we introduce coding and create, and also robotics, and also basically digital skills to young learners, the better.
According to Abdinoor, technology can improve education by bridging the gap when it comes to the low number of teachers in the country and ensuring that students are tech aware and assisted when choosing their careers in the long run.
So in terms of education and in the region, as you're aware, we have mass exodus of non-local teachers. We have very few teachers in the schools, and so I think technology will also bridge that gap. Using technology, we can bridge that gap of teachers shortage. It was a huge opportunity for them to be introduced to the digital world and also give them some digital skills, because I believe most of them, the first day they came there, they had no idea how to operate a laptop. They must have seen one, but they maybe in terms of operation, maybe some functions of the laptop and how to boot it, But I'm glad after 2 days they were very confident in terms of operating laptops.
They have started free coding classes to school-going children in collaboration with STEM Impact Kenya, as M-Lugha is seen as a strong pillar in the implementation and realization towards achieving sustainable development goals.
The first program we did, it was sponsored by M-Lugha in partnership with the STEM Impact, and also we had some other amazing people, basically friends who came through, like Alban Associates, an auditing firm. We have Imam Hambal, a private school in Wajir. It was literally, let's say, a free event, but it has some challenges because there's a lot of logistics, a lot of administrative thing, overhead cost involved. So if we get the financial maybe muscle, we can make it even a monthly event in several parts of the region.
Thank you for that. Now moving on. Kenya marked the World No Tobacco Day, which is observed around the world every year on 31st May. With this year's theme, Grow Food, Not Tobacco, the 2023 global campaign aims to raise awareness about alternative crop production and encourage tobacco farmers to grow sustainable, nutritious crops. The Kenya Tobacco Control Alliance Chairman Joel Gitali called on Kenyans to focus on food production, citing the cost of living being experienced in the country.
Ukiangalia nchi ya Kenya, utaona ya kwamba tuna shida kubwa upande wa chakula. Watu wanalilia chakula. Hakuna mtu ambaye analia hakuna tumbako. Kila mtu analilia chakula. Sasa tunasema badala ya kuwa na mmea ambao hauna manufaa kwa mtu, kwa maana hakuna hata mmoja wetu ambaye anaweza akala tumbako, ama hata mfugo ambao unaweza kutumia tumbako. Sasa ni vyema tupande vyakula katika mashamba yetu. Tunataka mashamba yetu yawe na vyakula na mifugo na watu wawe na afya, kwa maana mzigo wa kugharamia magonjwa ni mzito zaidi katika nchi ya Kenya. Watoto hawaendi shule tu, wanaenda kushughulikia tumbako. Kwa hivyo tusaidiane, huu ni mmea wa kishetani ambao hatuhuitaji katika mashamba yetu. Kila mtu asimame kidete na tuseme we need food, we do not need tobacco.
Well, that story brings us to the end of our first part of today's show. But after a short break, we're coming back with a review of today's Friday Bulletin. Joining me in studio is former Deputy Chief Kadhi, Sheikh Rashid Ali Omar, so do not go anywhere.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation. Verse of the day.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ويوم نسير الجبال وترى الأرض بارزة وحشرناهم فلم نغادر منهم أحدا وعرضوا على ربك صفا لقد جئتمونا كما خلقناكم أول مرة بل زعمتم أن لن نجعل لكم موعدا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
Enyi mlioamini, munapoitwa kuhudhuria swala ya Ijumaa, fanyeni haraka kuikimbilia, muache biashara zenu, hilo ni bora ikiwa mwelewa.
Isikilizeni kwa umakinifu khutba ya Ijumaa
ili uzidi kujenga imani yako na kupata faida nyingi ya siku hii.
Coming to you every Friday from Jamia Mosque Nairobi.
Horizon TV.
Quote of the day. Imam Muhammad bin Idris al-Shafi'i said, "Whenever I voice my opinion or formulate a principle where something contrary to my view exists, on the authority of the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, then the correct view is what the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, has said, and it is my view."
On 3rd of June 2023, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Jamia Mosque Nairobi is opening its gates to people of all faiths. Come catch a glimpse of what goes on inside the mosque. Get a chance to have a mosque tour, watch live Islamic prayers, interact with the Muslim scholars and get your questions answered. Come one, come all, and let us build bridges towards understanding Islam.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Horizon TV. And now I'm joined with the former Deputy Chief Kadhi, Sheikh Rashid Ali Omar. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
Alhamdulillah. So today we're doing the Friday Bulletin review with you, Sheikh. And the first topic, just for the viewers who are yet to receive today's copy of Friday Bulletin, the top story is the recruitment of new Chief Kadhi shouldn't divide Muslims. And these were the sentiments of Sheikh Ibrahim Lithomi. And I do believe, Sheikh, this is something that you also share with Sheikh Lithomi. What would you say about this, Sheikh?
First of all, thanks for you having me here with you, especially Horizon TV, which plays an important role in enlightening the Muslims on arising issues, especially the current matters. For this, I share with the Sheikh mostly what he has said. And division within the Muslims is a weakness that will have, and their heart will go away from each other. We will not call for that. We have been divided. Our unity has been weakened for several times. And the Quran and the Hadith is telling us the division weakens the Ummah. However, I don't even understand why it is the first time that this topic of appointing a Chief Kadhi is becoming a heated thing.
Yes.
Is becoming something.
Yes.
That was never there before. From Sheikh Nasir al-Nahdi, who was my Chief Kadhi rahimahullah, and Sheikh Hamad, and also Sharif Muhdar. I was there when they were Chief Kadhis and the appointments we were aware. Nothing has taken place. This work we just had, so and so has been appointed as a Chief Kadhi. And by then I was in the judiciary.
Yes.
This division maybe is now becoming something very terrible. We are hearing people talking about tribal lines instead of looking into who deserves actually, who will help the Muslims, who will advance the Kadhi's court, the transformation that we made. Especially, I don't want to say myself alone, with Willie Mutunga and the transformation returned. We did a lot of transformation without anybody talking about it. Where the Kadhi's court are now, they have a registrar of Kadhi, deputy registrar of Kadhi's court at RMC's office. which I actually pioneered, and it was successful. Besides that, the number of the Kadhis also. What we wanted, the Chief Kadhi who will be appointed is one who will brief, who will be socializing with the, who will be a friend to JSC, will be a friend to all the judiciary officers, will be removing something from them, from their heart, without actually damaging the institution.
Yes.
The institution is growing. As the Muslim, I agree with him that the Muslim community is growing. There were 15 Kadhis who are sometimes been sometimes been advertised, but later on it was maybe put aside for maybe they are going to come later. We have Muslims suffering. Let me say where I come from. People coming all over from Dif and the Jabula, and then they come to a far distance. They are poor. They only seek maybe some problems is to be solved for them.
Yes.
Then they don't have Kadhi. They have to come all to Habaswain or to Wajia. Imagine Dif and then the Habaswain between and the Wajia. Now from the other end, near Mandera, people of Wajia is a vast place, and also Garissa. But Garissa, we managed to give about 4 Kadhis. But now, the area should be looked into, and the matter of saying that Kadhis cannot, I was hearing that they are saying some Kadhis don't have work. I think that should not be accepted, because we have seen 2 magistrates in a month having only 20 cases in a month, and there are 2 in a station. And I knew that. And when we were actually advocating for Kadhis to be employed, that is actually a reason we have given it. First of all, before you handle the matters, you have to go and survey and do a research on the matter, the viability, and it doesn't, and where the Kadhis are required. So the Chief Kadhi's issue, they are, I know, they are competent guys.
Yes.
We have 3 SPKs, Senior Principal Kadhis. That is Honorable Sukyan, Hassan Umar, and we have Honorable Athman, Abdul Halim Athman. We have Honorable Kutwa. These are people who have worked for judiciary for a long time ago, and their rank is, they did not just get this way easily. We also have a scholar who is actually a doctor who has lectured at the university, done a lot in some fields, Islamic field. And also the young man, I don't want to forget him, but he's a young man, a resident Kadhi. The only thing I am just talking about is the senior resident Kadhis and the principal Kadhis were just left out, who are also competent, but that one I leave it for judiciary. They had their own, actually they may have their own criteria for selecting. That one I don't want to go to it, but division does not arise. And the division was made too by people now going to tribal ways, maybe fearing of such tribes may be brought here and such tribe may come up, which is actually very, very wrong. Competency. You can see when we were doing the appointment of the 21 Kadhis, every Kenyan was there. Akisi was there. Turkana was there. We tried to divide so that it becomes inclusivity. The issue of inclusivity is very important. That is why you can see that every region has a Kadhi in Kenya.
Yes.
When I was planning, and I was told to plan by former Chief Justice Willie Mutunga, who has done a lot of things for this, the Kadhi's court, we try to look for the areas of Kenya so that it becomes an institution that is being enveloping within itself all areas of Kenya, and the face of Kenya will appear there. Now, I think the other issue which has brought the problem beside the tribalism is that one. The JSC has also done a gross mistake on this matter by advertising this thing 3 times, which has brought a bit of suspicion between some other people.
Yes.
Why should you do that? So JSC is to blame by repeating its adverts, and I have never seen since my career a post which is being advertised, not only Kadhis, even within judiciary, for 3 times.
Yes.
That one now is one of the issues that has caused the suspicion and the doubts in Muslims. They wouldn't have done it, and I think they are hearing me next time they should not do such things.
Yes.
And that is why I fault them, but maybe they had their own issues which I'm not privy with it.
Yes.
But ethically, it is not right.
Yes. And Sheikh,
So I wish all of them, I can see these guys, they will go into interview. Anyone, all of them, especially the 3 judiciary guys who have taken a long time, will be fit in the place, and we will be supporting them, and they are competent. Beside even the one who is going to come from outside, it maybe is going to come from outside, maybe is a don in the University of Nairobi for some time.
yes.
But we only want that competency and integrity
Yes.
should be looked into on these issues
Yes.
without looking into other things. I support my brother, Sheikh Lidome, and last time when we were here also we touched on the issue. He is a lawyer. He is somebody actually who has worked with the Kadhi's court for a long time.
Yes.
Only one issue I want to mention is the issue of court of appeal, which is being mentioned here, that the Kadhis will have court of appeal.
Yes.
I think we are just dreaming. That one will never happen soon, unless the constitution is being changed. I knew when this constitution 2010 was being made, the majority there, they were Muslim lawyers. They did not handle the matter the way it was being required. I'm sorry to say, including my brother Sheikh Lidome. He was one of the commissioners there. Abdul Rizak was there, and many of them, and Justice Aroni, and they were very many.
Yes.
We had many Muslims. That time they were supposed to push for it.
Yes.
And I don't know what happened. It was not brought into the draft, especially the last draft. But maybe they met. We are not, the country is not a Muslim country. Maybe they met
Yes.
some challenge in doing so.
Yes.
And the same challenges exist. But what it can be done is, let us have like Zanzibar. Zanzibar, when we went to, we had that there Kadhi's court appeal, which is specific to them. I agree with my brother what he's talking about here. The secular law are not privy with Islamic law. That is why you see their judgments or rulings on children matters and other matters, they are conflicting. They conflict.
Yes.
We have given, I know I have given when a ruling, which was what was actually talking about the scope of personal status, at the same time talking about what is marriage? Is it only marriage per se, or it embodies itself a lot of things? Divorce, like now you cannot talk about a divorce per se, and then the children and the ancillaries, the consequences, you should not handle it.
Yes.
Even the logic will not tell you divorce is only divorce. Divorce have a lot of things. It has a psychological issue. It has the children, maintenance, and a lot of things which are supposed to be considered.
Yes.
Then you tell the Kadhi, you don't have the issue of the children. You can't talk about the maintenance. Now, what kind of a law is that? I think they should come up. Anyway,
yeah.
Let me stop to that point at that point.
Yes.
I will have talked much, but I know the time will not allow me.
Yes. Just on the same page, we're seeing something that definitely made a lot of Muslims and probably a lot of people happy, and that is the Turkish president's runoff election. And I know that Kenya has strong ties with Turkey, and not just Kenya, but also as Jamia Mosque, Muslims have a very good relationship with Turkey, and the president has been a very, very eloquent and very vocal speaker when it comes to defending the rights of Muslims, regardless of what country they come from. What would you say about his win?
This Rajab Tayyip Erdogan is a rare species in this era.
Yes.
He has made us great.
Yes.
Because the West always wanted to suppress Muslims. During the election, from first time, I was not sleeping the night, praying, and many Muslims were praying for him.
Yes.
He has made that country great. He has actually, according to even the Quran is saying, those people who are destitute, chased away from their country, their homes destroyed, he allowed them into the country.
Yes.
Besides that, he is somebody who has his country at heart. Many students, Kenyans even here, have studied medicine in Turkey.
Yes.
We know that, and there are many doctors who are now back here. I was hearing maybe IDB graduates, most of them must have gone to Turkey.
Yes.
So we wish him well whatsoever, but I am also saying that the way the Muslims were happy,
yes,
and the way we were praying for him, God has accepted our prayers. The only thing is that he should not fall into the hands and of his foes. I know he is somebody very, very straightforward on his issue.
Yes.
And may Allah accept his Hajj. He was talking about going to Hajj this time, so that he prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has the neighboring, the Saki, the problem which has taken place, and he has actually, and that may God assist him in the earthquake that has taken place and killed many people. God has an imtihan attested to him,
yes,
that it has happened when the elections were going on.
Yes.
We wish him well, and I
Yes.
wish him well just like the other Muslims, and the other, they have good ties in
Yes.
Kenya. Kenya, this country, the foreign affairs, must also borrow a lot of things
Yes.
from Turkey, because Turkey is now, America was just talking, the President of America, that Turkey is not where it was before.
Yes.
It is now one of the developed countries.
Yes.
It is our right now to emulate and go and get the technology from them.
Yes. And Sheikh, now moving on, stay on the front page. Recently, Jamia Mosque had a career awareness and sensitization forum. It was held at Jamia Mosque organized by the IDB Graduates Association of Kenya and the Nairobi Area Muslim Students Association. And this is just to, Form 4 leavers who are going to going to university. This is to help them, choose their career wisely, and for something for young people. What would you say about this, Sheikh?
Beside the work, actually Jamia Mosque is doing for the Muslims. In fact, I have we looked into many organizations, many centers, institutions. Jamia Mosque is peerless, first of all.
Yes.
I'm not saying because I am here in Jamia Mosque. Jamia Mosque are doing a lot of things that even some of them, they don't show it.
Yes.
One of it is career and awareness is very important in Muslim communities.
Yes.
And this one I will attach to another one I have seen, youth were actually to acquire technical skills.
Yes.
Benefit, Mombasa.
Yes.
You see, Muslims don't want, especially our youth, to go into chini ya gari, and then they do just this work, which is technical skills. They don't want to get it. They only want maybe white collar work.
Yes.
Most of them were even thinking of going. Actually, somebody does not have, all of them, you will hear the students, all of them going to business education.
Yes.
Now you wonder, what will happen to the other fields? Now here in Mombasa, where it has been said, actually a special economic zone of Dongo Kundu and Maritini, you will hear most of the people who are working there will be non-Muslims. And these are the areas where Muslims are majority. Why? Our youths don't want actually to take all the fields that is required, especially the technical schools.
Yes.
They don't go to the technical college, majority of them. Then the people who are going to benefit might not be even hailing from that place. So the career awareness and sensitization, I just request my brothers who are the administrators and here in Jamia Mosque, who are the leaders, I'm telling them you are doing good job, but now we need these things to be frequent. We need actually the youths to be pumped into their mind that hii mambo ya kusema to all of them in the university, all these universities when you go, business education,
yes,
and then all of them are now jobless. Now it is a good thing, it is a good start, and I'm happy to see that they are synthesizing. The forum was one day. I know we will come in also assisting that the forum should go beyond 1 day or 2 days, and thank you. May Allah give you, reward you on this.
Yes.
Our youth need to be their paradigm shift in their mind.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Sheikh, one of the stories that we are definitely going to touch on because of time is the open day tomorrow that Jamia is hosting, and this is to open the mosque doors to everyone from different faiths, and this has been something that has been received very well with not just Muslims but also non-Muslims. We've seen Muslims, actually people revert to Islam because of the open day. Once they come in, they learn more about Islam than they ever knew in their lives. What would you say about this open day?
I don't want to praise a lot Jamia Mosque, but what they deserve they should be given. This is first of all the biggest mosque of the Muslims in Kenya, the center. Beside that one, the Jamia to host the open day that has started 2018. Now it is the 5th year, and we have seen the advantages and the gains out of it. Muslims who have been previously seen by the non-Muslims that this is a hostile institution, their mosque you cannot go into it. Anyone wearing a kanzo will be actually somebody, a demon to them. And these issues, the mentality they had, if it is open for all of them, they will actually, a lot will be changed. And I think the socialization, interfaith tolerance.
Yes.
Maybe some people might tell, if they see me wearing kanzo, this might be a shabab, this might be a terrorist. All these things will fade away, and the Jamia Mosque should continue, and it should expand also its activities. I know they are giving out materials for that one.
Yes.
Just sometimes what happened in Tangaza University College, when there was a conference, and I was to lecture, I asked somebody, I asked them, the people who are here who are there, are you the Christians? Did you know something, do you know something about the Quran? How many of you read the Quran? And there were about over 300 persons there. Nobody said, I said, raise your hand, and nobody. So in the event, I have distributed for them next day, because it was going for some time, the Quran book in translation.
Yes.
Many of them came after me, looking for me, asking me for the Quran. The bigger thing is being done by this institution, and we say, may God reward you for what you are doing.
Yes.
It is a good thing. And I ask the non-Muslims, if they are actually viewing here, please come and see the good part of what we have. Don't look over our negative part.
Yes.
We have also, we are passionate people. Here you will get even some drinks. The most generous people are the Muslims. You are being given books for free, you are being given some drinks and maybe some others for free, and you are being given advices about Islam. Welcome, I support, and let it not even take only 1 day. Tomorrow will be Saturday. I would have wished if it was possible, but it would have been gone beyond that.
Yes. Sheikh, and the next story that I would definitely want you to speak on is sentiments shared by Sheikh Bini, where he is proposing premarital counseling to avert family conflicts. And here he quotes a country like Indonesia, where individuals who before they get married, they get 1 month full training, to probably train them on marriage and educate them on conflict management. And I know this is something that you also do. So I want you to tell us the importance of now premarital counseling and why Muslims should embrace it.
Thank you very much. Premarital counseling and the post-marital counseling, that is after divorce. The post-divorce is very important due to psychological problems that Muslims are facing, especially after divorce, the wrangles, to stop these wrangles and this problem. Premarital, these days the world is not the way it was before.
Yes.
Before, our girls and our boys were being initiated into passage. You know, there is this, when you are becoming growing and older, there is adulthood passage. And then the girls were being trained of how they will handle in case they will be going to marriage, and they will be being, their mothers, their grandmothers will tell them where to go and how to do and what is their responsibilities. And the man also, the youths were also being given the same by the fathers and their friends on this matter. The world now has changed. Now nobody has time for each other, especially those people at the urban area. There is no time I will sit with, it will be very little time I sit with my son or my daughter or the daughter of my brother to tell them. And also the mother. People are running because the way the world is today, the technology world. I support him that it is very crucial and very essential that not only having that one, but we should have centers and trainings for this matter. Sheikh Abdul Latif, I know they do. That is the center here. It is called what center?
Family Resource Center.
Family Resource Center. They do. We have a big office at South Sea Shopping Center, whereas we do. One of our core elements is premarital and post-divorce counseling and other things. We do Islamic finance, and we have sulh consultancy for mediation and arbitration. Yesterday, we have ended a case on children matter which was referred back to judiciary as a mediator, and it was very tense, but at the end of the day we finished. That is another way. So Sheikh Bini has said, but it is already there. The only thing is we publicize it and we impress it.
Yes. Sheikh, moving on to the story of Barakallah Group issuing title deeds to members. What you were saying that this was actually a very good move, especially for such a Muslim group. What would you say about this story, Sheikh, to anyone who's listening?
Barakallah Group Barakallah has the barakah itself. That barakah, God has given them the barakah. It is amazing when I saw this, that few girls, our ladies, all of them are ladies again.
Yes.
Men are left behind. I don't know what they will say. They went and they formed a welfare. That welfare yielded actually how many, they got some acres of land. Each one got 100 by 50 from their contribution. And you see now they have a big land, they have an area for mosque, they have the other recreation centers. I hope it will have where the children will play. But this is an example. This is the type of the type of people whom we want. The creativity they have caused. May Allah bless them. These girls, may Allah, these ladies, may Allah. I was happy when I saw my heart. Where are the men? They have been left out. My heart actually I got very happy that, and I want all of you, all of the girls, to go. Men, whether they will do or not, is their own businesses. The same issue. There's somebody who told me, we started our business some other days. Those people who are building actually houses and estates and this thing. He said we started, there were a group of them joined together. Each one paid 1 million. Each one paid
1 million.
1 million. They got 60 million. Then he told me by today, after 2 years, after
2 years,
2 years, their asset stands at 1.8 billion from 60 million. Now, joined in how تعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam talking about the unity of Muslims. And you can see that ants build that ant hills. that small, and then it becomes a gorofa kubwa sana.
Yes.
All these things. So may God bless them, and this is the way to go. This is the way to go if we want to empower ourselves socio-economically.
Yes.
And even political aspect of this country, because it depends on socio-economic boost and advancement.
Yes, and Sheikh, I'm being reminded because of time, that is the story that we stop on. Unless there's anything you'd like to add briefly before we finish.
The only issue I want to add on it is that there was a cry and a talk on the appointments of Nuruddin Yusuf Hadi. And we were dismayed by some people who actually don't wish good for some people. Nuruddin deserves that post. We know that his father has been, since British time, he was a DA, district assistant. And he raised in the ranks all over until to the last minute, may Allah give him paradise of his death. This is the kind of man, and some others, I don't know whether they are going to look at Buddhism or Islam or whatsoever, the people who are making, but Nuruddin deserves the post. He has been, you can know what he has done during when there was this attack of terrorists and the others, and you see that the people also rewarded him. His brother is being given now a post in the parliament, and Duale also deserves where he is. And if that is not going to be recognized for people what they do, and they try to look at it from other angles, especially some communities, I think they should stop dividing this country.
Yes.
And Nuruddin has the ability to reform the intelligence, and we are hoping for him, we wish for him well. And just 1 day ago, I passed through the mosque which was initiated by his father at Nyahururu. You can't imagine that land now is being made a big center for it. And I was being told that just Yusuf Haji is the one who has initiated, one who is the DC there. And I hope one day he will go there and see and the way people have built malls and everything, which brings something to the mosque.
Yes.
Shukran.
Alhamdulillah, Sheikh. Thank you so much for joining us for the review of today's Friday Bulletin. And that brings us to the end of today's show, but do not go anywhere. Thank you so much for staying with us on Horizon TV. Join us again next Friday. Ma'as salam.
Ma'as salam, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sheikh.